Welcome back to the Learning Explorer channel. Today, my friend Ollie is here to help us with the book Anna Goes to Washington, D.C. This book is an informational book. Remember, informational books are stories that give information that is true. Now, this book is a special type of informational book because the story and the illustrations in the story are fictional, which means they're not true. However, the pictures in the book are real places that Anna and her family visit. I want you to have fun with Ollie, and I'll be back at the end to wrap things up. Are you ready? Let's go!
Anna Goes to Washington, D.C. by Renee Collado Lainez and illustrated by Angela Dominguez. Anna Goes to Washington, D.C. We are in Washington, D.C. It is the capital of the United States, said Anna to Mama and her little sister Sarah. Anna ran and hugged her Tia Louisa and said, "I cannot wait to visit the historic places." The next morning, Anna and Sarah were holding a large map. "Look, Sarah, we will visit all of these places." Tia Louisa and Mama waved American flags. They gave flags to Anna and Sarah. Anna opened the front door and said, "Ready, set, go!"
Hi, Explorer. Ollie here to have some fun with you. On this page, I want to talk about the main topic of the book. I know that Safari Sam said that the title of the book was Anna Goes to Washington, D.C. We read that the family is in Washington, D.C., and that they will visit historic places on the map. I think Washington, D.C. is going to be the main topic of this text. By the way, people use maps to find places that they want to visit.
"This is the National Mall," Tia Louisa said. "I don't see any stores," Sarah said. "There are no stores here," Tia Louisa replied. Sarah turned around and said, "I get it. Instead of stores, this mall has historic buildings." "What is this tall building?" asked Anna. "It looks like a giant number 1, Sarah said. "This is the Washington Monument," Tia Louisa said. "It was built to honor the first president or leader of the United States, George Washington." Mama opened her purse. "Look, his face is on the dollar bill and the quarter," Anna cried.
I remember Safari Sam saying that rereading is a great strategy to help me understand a text. On this page, I did not understand what giant number 1 meant. I'm going to reread the text and look at the picture to help me understand. "What is that tall building?" asked Anna. "It looks like a giant number 1, Sarah said. "Oh, I see now. Sarah is saying the tall building looks like a giant number 1. That tall building is actually called the Washington Monument, and that's a key detail. By the way, let's look at the word cried. This doesn't mean that Anna cried. In this text, the author is using it to show how excited Anna is."
"Who is this tall man sitting on that big chair?" Anna asked. "He is Abraham Lincoln, our 16th president. He ended slavery and helped keep the United States together," Tia Louisa said. "He was also on the pennies that Sarah and I put inside our piggy banks," Anna said. "Who lives in this beautiful house?" Anna asked. "The President of the United States lives in the White House," Tia Louisa said. "Can we knock and say hello?" Anna and Sarah asked. "The President is a very busy person," Tia Louisa said, "but I have tickets to get inside." "Yes," said everyone.
Do you know what historic building this is? This is the White House. Do you know why it is important? Yes, this is where the President of the United States lives. This is a key detail that we should remember for later.
This building is bigger than my whole school, Anna said. It is the Capitol building. They make laws here, Tia Louisa said. Are laws like school rules, Anna asked? Tia Louisa and Mama nodded. We need to follow rules or we will get in trouble, Anna said to Sarah. Look, there are also statues sitting on chairs here, Anna pointed at them. This is the Supreme Court, Tia Louisa said. When people do not agree, the Supreme Court decides what is fair. The Supreme Court is like a teacher. Teachers talk to children when they argue, Anna said.
Right. It's sight word time. I love finding sight words. Can you find the word here? Yes, there it is. Can you spell here? Let's spell it together. Ready? Go! H-E-R-E spells here. Remember, knowing sight words will help you when you read books. When you see a sight word in one book and you know it, then you will be able to read it when you see it in other books.
Welcome to the Library of Congress, Tia Louisa said. There are so many beautiful books here, said Anna. I love to read, to Sarah. Almost all the books published in the United States are here, Tia Louisa said. I would love to read them all one day, Anna said. Tia Louisa and Mama smiled. They went back to the National Mall and walked across Independence Avenue. Look, I know the man in the statue, Anna said. He's Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and he had a dream for everyone to be treated fairly. This is his memorial, Tia Louisa said. I will work for my dreams too, Anna said.
Here is another key detail that we should remember. What monument does the family see on these pages? Great job! It is the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. monument. After we finish the story, my friend Safari Sam is going to have some fun with you talking about all the key details.
Anna and her family walked among the flowering cherry trees. Look at the beautiful cherry blossoms, Anna said. These trees are a gift from Japan to celebrate the friendship between our two countries, Tia Louisa said. They sat down and watched the paddle boats go by. Anna hugged Tia Louisa and said, Thank you for this wonderful day. I will never forget it.
Hey, Explorer, did you have fun with my friend Ollie? Now, we're going to have some fun with all the key details you discovered. Now, when you think about the story that we read, what do you think was the main idea? I want you to talk to a partner for 30 seconds to answer that question. Ready? Go! Three, two, one. Come back to me. What is the main idea that you talked about? Right. I'm going to write the main idea in my first box. Washington, D.C. has many historic places to visit. Now, let's talk about the key details you and Ollie discovered in the book. Do you remember the first detail that Ollie talked about? Yes, it was the giant building that looked like the number 1. That is called the Washington Monument. I'll put that in the first key detail box. What was the next detail that you talked about? Ooh, very good listening. That's right. It is the White House. Do you remember who lives in the White House? That's right, the president does. I'm going to write that in the second key detail box. Only one more box to go. What was the last detail that you talked about? Wow! How smart you are! Yes! It is the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Monument. I'm going to write that in the last key detail box. You worked so hard on this, and I had a lot of fun too. Well, that's all we have time for today. I can't wait to see you again and have fun looking at another book. The Learning Explorer channel can be so much fun. Make sure you tell all your friends to check us out. Bye!